Welcome my Tauruses to your December monthly zodiac sign reading. I'm Christine. If you're new here, I'm an intuitive spiritual coach, energy healer, energy reader, and I wear many other hats. Welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. It's wonderful to see you two again. We are going to look at what your soul most needs to know for this month in December, and also advice. Grab yourself a drink and let's get started. What does the universe want my Tauruses to know for this month? What does their soul need to know or learn? Thank you. Okay, we have Justice card, Libra energy. Wow, Strength card. You got 3 major arcana cards. Leo energy, excuse me. I got distracted by my own thoughts. The World card. These are the fixed signs. Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. So you have 2 Leo energies here. Bottom of the deck, we have 2 of Wands and the Chariot, fire signs. Some of you are about to make a huge move. Some of you are about to end relationships. There's a decision here. And I feel like many of you are going to end some type of relationship. It could be a pattern, but I'm sensing it's a relationship and you will be moving. Some of you will be splitting if you live with them. Okay, Justice card, Strength, the World. Again, this confirms what I just told you underneath the deck. My Tauruses, what's going on here? I feel like December is going to be a decision month for you. Some of you have been percolating, have been thinking a lot about this move that you're going to make. And the energy here has to do with people. I feel it strongly with the Leo energy, the 2 of Wands, and the Chariot. And we got the Lovers too. You may be seeing a lot of 2s. Something in your life has felt out of balance. I feel like there has been a lot of just stuff. There could be challenges, miscommunication, perhaps disagreements, not seeing eye to eye. I'm just sensing that there's more drama, more unrest. It's causing you, it's not allowing you to have peace, inner peace. So there's things that are happening where you're like, I can't continue this. I can't keep doing this. It's as if you go to work and you don't get up on time. This is the energy I'm feeling. And you wake up 10 minutes before you have to be there and you rush. And you know the feeling of rushing, it just completely doesn't allow you to start your day on the right footing. You just feel frazzled. You probably don't even eat breakfast. You're barely getting out the door and you're rushing and you start just feeling overwhelmed, frazzled, not at peace, and maybe not even in a positive mood. So I'm feeling that energy here. Some of you are in relationships. For many of you, I feel like this is a significant other or someone very close to you that you could live with. It could be a roommate, it could be a friend. And we got a lot of cards signifying move, like physical move. Also pivoting too with your decision. 2 of Wands, the World card, Justice, Chariot. Justice for me doesn't always necessarily indicate a move, but it's a cutting off energy, a strong boundary. And with the 10 of Wands, something is ending. And I feel like it could end due to a blowout. Like a big, those big fights that just end relationships. I feel like you are just done with something that has been repeating, because we got the World card and I feel like something is coming to a close here. There's some chapter in your life, you're like, I don't want to repeat this. I can't. A lot of karmic chapters are closing right now, and with contracts with people, right? On soul level. So if you're seeing things and you're not improving in relationships, even if you've spoken to the other person about it, and this could be more than one relationship too, so take it as it resonates. You may be sensing, you know what? I think the time limit has come. I think the expiration date is here. I don't think I can keep doing this. I sense such an inner strength with you, especially with the Justice card and with the Strength card. These are both energies of a lot of internal strength. This isn't someone who's hastily making a move. You've thought about this. I feel like some of you have been thinking about this for months, or at least you've been reflecting and tapping back in and looking at the pieces, and you're like, shit hasn't changed. Definitely feel this has to do more with personal than professional relationships. but any relationship. Some of you are going to be speaking your truth, especially with the Justice card. You're like, you know what? I can't. I need to bring things back into balance in my life. I'm drained. I'm not feeling good. I feel like some of you may feel like you are, the word just escaped me, sacrificing yourself for this other person. There's a word for it, and there's resentment coming through. It's like when you're there for someone so many times, but they're not there for you, and they don't up level. In other words, they're not really doing their work. They're not learning. They just keep repeating the same shit, and you're just tired of being in that cycle. That's what I'm hearing right now. But there's another word that I got before, and it just vanished, and I don't remember it. It's not completely sacrificial, but I feel like you've tried, you've been there, you've waited, you've been very patient. Super patient energy that I'm getting. But the time has come now, and I feel like the timer went off for you, and you're like, I can't. So for December, my Tauruses, feeling like you're going to speak your truth. There's going to be some, we got to talk, that type of moment, where you're going to express yourself and let it be known. It's also delineating a boundary here with the Justice card. And I feel like this is something you know you need to do for yourself. More importantly, this is coming from an act of self-love more than it is, you know what, I had to be XYZ or demonstrating or communicating in a passive-aggressive way. I'm not getting that at all. This is, I'm at the end of my rope. I can't do this anymore. I need to find balance and exit this situation or relationship out of love for myself. It has nothing to do now with trying to rectify or balance things with the other person or it's nothing. I'm not getting passive aggressive energy. I just feel like now you're looking out for yourself and you're realizing this isn't going to work, not in the way that I want it to. And I feel like many of you have been in this for a long time. And that could be relative. For some, it could be, months, others years, but I feel like you've tried. And I feel like it's not that you're weak or you're giving up, but you're like, I don't want to put all my energy in this situation because it's draining the hell out of me. You want to have energy left over to cook, to go out with friends, to take care of yourself. If you have kids, spend time with your kids, to be happy. You know, when there's a situation that's draining you and you think about it and there's always something popping off and there's always something coming up about it. And it's just like, shit, it makes you feel drained in other parts of your life. And you're like, I don't have the energy but to just rest. That's what I'm getting here. And I feel like Taurus is, you've just grown and leveled up so much that some of the people in your vicinity, in your area, have not reached that. And it doesn't make them bad. It doesn't make you better. It simply means there's a divergence here where you guys are drifting, or you're drifting apart, or you may have drifted apart. There's distance there. I feel emotionally. Some of you physically, you're near each other. And I also feel like the lesson has been learned because you're realizing, wow, one of the lessons I needed to learn here was when to call it quits, when enough is enough. And actually, a lot of this is really about coming back to self and realizing I'm not responsible for this. Some of you may be dealing, let me see if the only thing that I'm getting, the other energy is 10 of Wands. We got the Lovers with Gemini energy. We got 7 of Swords underneath that. So some of you may be dealing with partners, friends, people in a relationship, the other person or people that have been deceptive, secretive, lying, telling you one thing but doing another. There may have been manipulation. I'm just sensing that you tried, some of you may have given this other person or the relationship opportunity after opportunity. You've been patient, watching to see if this person has been growing in any way. And it's like you're growing and this person has barely moved an inch. Like nothing, like the tick mark, it's just getting further and further apart. So your sword is coming down. Some of you are going to be moving. If you are, I heard inhabited. So if you live with this person, I feel like you're planning on moving, or this person may be leaving your home. In some way, I feel like there's a shift happening in the home, in the residence. Some of you may be moving as a result, away from the location you're in now, or you're simply moving away energetically, emotionally, physically from this person. Some of you are making new moves. In other words, you're making decisions, new decisions. You're changing like your perspective on this situation. So that's the move, quote unquote, right? The move you're making. Huge cycle has ended. And I feel like This is the end of it, and it's coming up for you to revise. Like, hey, what do you want to do? What other messages do my Tauruses need to know, please? Thank you. We got fogged in. Go slow, take time. Like I mentioned before, there's a patience that I've been feeling for you. I'm getting very prudent, cautious energy. I'm not sensing radical moves like see ya, bye, you're out in 24 hours, right? Many of you have really been weighing your options, have been waiting to see if things have improved. And I feel like you may provide, especially with the justice and the strength, you may provide this other person or the relationship itself an ultimatum. Especially with the Seven of Swords energy we got at the bottom of the deck after some of these cards. We got Two of Wands, the Chariot, 10 of Wands, the Lovers, and Seven of Swords. You may ask for the truth from this person, and you may just feel like you're not getting it. You may try. This may be your last straw. You may actually try during this season to make it work. And so that's why I sense this energy of taking things slowly, cautiously. You're like, you know what? I want to make sure and I want to feel certain about it. You're not making any rash decisions. I feel like there's other people involved. I'll tell you why. You got a lot of other energies here with the World and on here. You see on the boat, there's a bunch of other people that row. I was going to say rowers, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people, which reduces to a 3. So for some of you, this is a community. People local to you. It could be part of a group you're in. Or for some, it could be a family unit. It could involve kids. It could involve maybe a dorm or roommate type of situation. Or if this is a workplace that you're cutting off, obviously colleagues, work people, teams. I feel like you're moving cautiously because it precisely involves other people that you're looking out for. Some of you, these are children. It could be other people that are part of the group, like other friends or people you care about. Okay, let's see what other messages the universe wants. Whew, my Tauruses to know. Thank you. We got semi-sextile, allowing. So some of the key themes associated with a semi-sextile, which is an aspect in astrology, it's more of a minor one, encourages, sees the potential in, clarifies, gives hope to, compensates, intuits, tempers, responds, cycles, grows, realizes, rewards. Same energy as here, go slow. Some of you have been tapping into your intuition and allowing things to evolve. You're not forcing anything. It's almost like allowing things to play out, and you're going to see how you're close to seeing how things are coming into fruition, how things are appearing, like your final conclusion. Interesting because a semi-sextile is usually positive. But this is also about nurturing too. We see a plant here. Some of you, again, like I mentioned before, you're trying. You may be trying this month to give this relationship or this person or people another opportunity, another chance. Prove me wrong. Let's see. Some of you may have this talk, like I mentioned, the talk, where you communicate and this person's like, please, give me another chance or whatever it is they say. And you're like, fine, end of the month, you got to show me. I need to see action. And so you're just backing off, going back and allowing to see how things unfold. There's a strategy here, but it's not, I don't sense a malicious strategy from your end. You're just tired of hearing the talk of people saying so many things that sound amazing, but you're not seeing the action. You're not seeing the work, or at least the physical manifestation of what you want to see, because you are doing what you need to do in this relationship. But a relationship entails two people. And if it's more than one, if it's a relationship that extends to a community and it's interwoven, overlapped with different relationships, it gets even more complicated because there's more energies involved. Let's tap into the Soul Awakening Tarot. the awakened soul, I should say. I messed it up. What other messages does the universe want my Tauruses to know at this time, please? Thank you. Okay, a card turned over. You got 4 of these. Oh no, you got 5. Interesting. Aries got this. We got devotion. My apologies if you're hearing a lot of noise. My wiener dog is throwing all the pillows out and making so much noise. We got adventure. Told you there's movement here. World card, travel as well, physical movement. We got desire. We got family. Oh. And we got grounding. These themes completely resonate and confirm what I've already told you. Some of you, this has to do with a romantic relationship. It could be a spouse, significant other. It doesn't matter. You just are in union with someone else. Some of you, this involves family. And some of you may actually be pregnant at this time, or be expecting or growing or expanding your family in some way. This could also include animals for those of you that don't have human kids. There's an overarching energy here of, I'm not rushing this, I'm not making any drastic decisions, because for some of you, this involves, like I said before, other people, your family. Because I feel like the decision you do make, if you don't see what it is you want, you're cutting the cord. You're like, that's it. So that could mean separation, divorce. There's some big boundary that's being set. I feel like this energy speaks to what you've tried. Some of you have been very committed to your family, this relationship. Because like I said before, I mentioned this longevity energy, and you don't want to see it dissolve. But I feel like right now, you're coming to that point where you're like, I can't continue this. I also feel like there's a preponderance of 2s. And even in here, even with the gator, 2s. 2 energies, 2, 2, 2. You may be seeing different patterns of 2s. You're feeling out of balance right now. I feel like there's something off balance with you. We have energy, we have adventure and grounding here. There's proof, I feel like there's physical, tangible proof you want to see from this relationship or from this other person. Or again, take it as it resonates, a community. You want to see tangible proof that this person is actually committing and seeing their way through this change or these changes or whatever it is that was discussed. Because I feel like this has been a discussion that has been repeated a lot. It's not just a one-time thing. It's nothing new. It's a pattern here. There's some type of pre-existing pattern that has been ongoing, a mindset, a behavior, maybe an addiction for some. There's something that has been continuing. And with the adventure card and the grounding, some folks are going to make the decision to move on. Point blank. Some of you will decide to go your separate ways. And if there's children involved, obviously it'll mean growing the family in a different way, right? But it'll depend on everyone's circumstance. I feel like this speaks to many folks that are choosing a new path forward. I said this before, Aries got this, and this energy of adventure really gives me strong Fool card energy, which is the first card of the tarot, 0, which is ruled by Aries. So some of you may be dealing with an Aries. You may have prominent Aries placements, maybe in your synastry, the relationship with the other person, or in your own chart. But there's a strong drive here where you just want to start anew. There's a balance needed. You want peace more than anything. You don't want to deal with what's been happening. Okay. We are going to get final advice from the universe. What final advice would the universe like to pass on to my Tauruses? Thank you. And we're going to get an oracle card from Archangel Michael, Sword of the Light. Thank you. Bottom of the deck, we have, everything feels harder to pick up. Two of Coins, Page of Swords. Look at this, Pentacle energy and air, Queen of Cups. You're looking out for yourself and other people involved. If that pertains to you, you've got Nine of Swords. Some of you, this has been very, very stressful. Your advice is to center yourself. Take care of yourself, center yourself, because right now things may feel so out of balance. Right now, that's underneath the deck. Okay, your advice from the universe, 10 of Coins. This is about finding long-term stability in a sustainable way. Some of you, again, want peace. This indicates long-term peace, serenity, groundedness. There's a focus here on the future. I feel like some of you are being asked to really look at where you are now and where you want to be in the future, and seeing if what is happening is helping to contribute towards that. Because I feel like there's something some of you Tauruses want to do and it's being inhibited. You're not able to because of what's going on in this situation. Again, like I mentioned, there's an energy of when you put all of it towards something that's just draining and negative, it takes away from being able to put it towards something positive and fulfilling. So you got to drop this weight, or at least find a way to reconcile anything that is not good for you, that doesn't feel good, that you don't want to deal with anymore. You're being guided to build something stronger here. Some of you, this particular dynamic that I mentioned, for many of you, it's a relationship of sorts, may need to be completely destroyed in order to be rebuilt again. Or you may need to completely go your own way. I'm not going to show the cards again. Again, this indicates a lot of changes, movements, physically, travel. You may need to completely start anew in your own way, which could be physically or also emotionally, by setting stronger foundations. Some of you, there's been cracks in these foundations. It could be with this person or in the environment that you share. Your advice from Archangel Michael, 24, which is a 6. Prioritize self-care. You got that with the Justice card. 6 speaks of balance as well. Also reciprocity. You do so much for others. It's time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others help you. Look at this. For some of you, this is a lesson in learning how to let go and not be responsible for other people. It's about being responsible for your own happiness, your own joy, loving yourself a lot, loving yourself so much that you may need to let go of something or someone that you also love, but you realize that that's it. There's nothing else that you can do. You know, when we truly want someone to change for the better, I feel like there's something like a mindset or some type of behavior that's causing a negative impact on this relationship and overall the environment, the home, the situation. No matter how much we want things to change, we can't unless the other person wants to do it too. That's why some relationships simply don't work out. One person is ready to elevate, to grow. They're thinking about the future. They want commitment, long-term sustainability, which is something I feel the universe is urging you to think about, because this situation is affecting this, your long-term goals, plans, what you want to do in the future, and also your long-term peace. It's like a crack. When you see a crack in the cement, if you don't get that fixed, that has the potential long-term to affect the structure of a home, right? Maybe not in the next few weeks or months, but eventually it's going to impact it. Maybe a storm is going to precipitate that and accelerate that process or whatever. Same thing here that's happening. Some of you are coming back to self and you're like, I got to take care of myself and those around me, because you may have been taken care of by exerting so much energy in the situation. My Taurus says this December is going to be a very illuminating month for you, where I feel like this is the end point for many of you in this dynamic, where if things don't change, you're moving on because you're ready to grow something stronger. You've up-leveled in terms of how you take care of yourself, how you love yourself, and you're ready for other people to meet you in that way as well. I hope this reading has helped. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts, what you're going through, if this has helped in any way. I would also truly appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button, as that is the best way to support my growing and little channel as it grows. If this has helped, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your time, and I will see you soon. Take care.